What is success? Well, today I'm going to talk about a little bit about what success in my classroom happens to be. So welcome back to Education with Miyoshi. I am Michael T. Miyoshi. I am a facilitator of learning, as one of my colleagues like to say. I'm not really a teacher. Oh, I am a teacher, but I try to be a facilitator of learning. I tell people who will listen that one of the best things I do, or the only things I really do, is I try to create an environment where students can learn. My goal for me to be a success as a teacher is that my students would not need me. So my goal is, as a teacher and as a parent, is to be obsolete. That my students wouldn't need me. My kids wouldn't need me anymore. Of course, I hope they always need me a little bit, but that's really my quest, is that my students and my kids would be able to function without me needing to be there all the time with them. So, what does success mean for students? Well, sometimes a success for a student means that they get good grades, that they learn lots, but hopefully for students in my class, hopefully that they gain some skills and they gain some knowledge that will help them in their future. And yeah, hopefully those skills are related to computer science if they're in my computer programming classes, or about engineering if they're in my engineering classes. So hopefully that's what success means for them. But let me tell you a little bit about how to be successful in my particular classroom. And that is not just whether it's in person or online, it's going to be kind of the same thing. So my class is in person. They tend to be self-paced to some degree. I have a specific pace that I set for my students, and I have them try to get that as best they can, but I also have some ways for them to catch up if they get behind, and that's a good thing. It ends up being a good thing. So part of the way I help them keep pace with where they're supposed to be is I have these things called goal sheets, and every 2 weeks they're going to turn something into me to show me what they've been doing. Now, my students in the past, they've all tried to kind of beat the system a little bit, if you will, and they wait until they get all the way done with those goal sheets and then they turn stuff in. Well, in person and online, what I want students to do is I want them to give me the stuff as they finish it. That way I can give them immediate feedback. And then at the end of those 2 weeks, when all those things are due, they'll have all these things graded and they can send that to me, or give that to me if it's in person, and then I put those in the grade book at those 2 week periods. I also have these things called competency tests, and those are little tests, and people get all worried about tests, but those are where they test their skills. Now, they have access to these tests from day one. They can see what they're going to be and they can practice them, whether they're programming or engineering. They can practice those things over and over and over again. They can even take those tests over and over and over again. So you can make sure you are successful by practicing those competency tests. The other thing is leadership. Leadership, when we have not in person, might be a little tougher. If we are still in quarantine, who knows how long that will be, then it'll be a little tougher. But I do have some leadership skills or leadership activities that students can still do. And we still have that as a component, because that is a requirement for all career and technical education classes in the state of Washington. And so that's what I do in my class, since I am a career and technical education instructor. And then we also have projects, and I don't know what projects are going to look like in terms of being online, but we always have projects, and students need to make sure you work on those projects a little bit at a time. Don't try to take it all in one big thing, wait till the end. Procrastination is not a good thing. It's not how you develop discipline in your life. Yes, we've all done it. Yes, we've all waited till the deadline and then hurried to try to get things done, but that doesn't work very well. The other reason it doesn't work very well is because I have a late policy in my class. I didn't for a long time. I figured everybody can learn. My philosophy has always been that every student can learn given enough time. Well, unfortunately, I gave students too much time, and it was killing me because I was having to grade too much stuff at the end of the semesters. So my grading policy, or my late policy, is this. You have 2 weeks to finish, or 2 weeks beyond the 2 week deadline. So every 2 weeks you're going to have something due. And you have 2 weeks beyond that where they're still full points. And after that, they're 75% max of the things you turned in. Which is why I tell students all the time, hey, turn in what you've got of your goal sheet and you'll get full points for that when they're due. And then you still have like a couple weeks to get them done, still for full points. And then after that, you can get partial credit for the things that you turn in after that. I update my grades all the time. Students are funny. They worry about their grades probably more than they should. They should be worried about their learning. And if you worry about your learning, or if you concentrate on your learning, don't worry about it. If you concentrate on your learning instead of on your grade will come along and you'll be fine. So make sure that you keep doing that. That's my suggestion about success in my class is worry about, or don't worry about, concentrate on the learning and the grades will come to be what they're supposed to be. Okay? So, again, the success in my class is really being diligent. If you concentrate on what you're supposed to do, if you do the things you need to do when you need to do them, that's what discipline is all about. It's not doing things when you want to do them, it's doing things when you need to do them. And if you are disciplined, you'll have success in my class. And not only in my class, you'll have discipline, you'll have success in other people's classes, and you'll have success in life. So, be disciplined, strive for excellence, have integrity, respect other people, and work well in teams. That's the tried values backwards if you watch that video. Hopefully you have. But discipline is kind of the foundation to it all. If you have discipline, you'll be successful, and whatever success looks like in your own mind. So, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Education with Miyoshi.